Good afternoon. Please welcome the Penn Dental Medicine class of 2028.
Dear students, families, and invited guests, welcome to Penn Dental Medicine and welcome to the University of Pennsylvania. You have chosen to come to school which is rich in its traditions spanning 3 centuries, and yet one which is always in the front of innovation. We know that all of you were able to attend other dental schools but have chosen Penn Dental. We are therefore committed to validating your choice by providing you with an outstanding education, including the opportunity to enrich your experience via selective courses, enrolling in senior honors programs, obtaining dual degrees with our sister schools, attending hospital-based externships, engaging in research activities, and community-based programs, to name just a few. One of Penn Dental's medicine strength is its good fortune to be located within walking distance of Penn's other 11 graduate and professional schools. Our unique, vibrant campus enables us to closely collaborate in teaching, research, and community outreach in ways which are unimaginable at other dental schools. Indeed, our students and faculty work together with the schools of medicine, law, engineering, applied science, Wharton School of Business, veterinary medicine, nursing, as well as the School of Social Policy and Practice. I speak on behalf of the entire PDM family in assuring you of our dedication and commitment to make you proud of your decision to attend Penn Dental. We wish you all the success in the world. Thank you. It's my pleasure now to invite our Morton Amsterdam Dean, Dr. Mark Wolf.
Good afternoon, everybody. First, I need a picture for Mom. Nothing worse than fingerprints on the lens. There we go. Oh, there we go. And they're not smiling over there. I do send it to Mom. Greetings, everybody. I'm renowned for crying during these things, so I'll do my best not to. What a wonderful day. I welcome all of the guests here. You all mean something to somebody sitting here. I welcome our esteemed faculty, dedicated staff, the aspiring students that are yet to be accepted, the ones that have been too, the remarkable individuals of the class of 2028. Today is a momentous occasion as we come together to celebrate the donning of a white coat at a white coat ceremony for this very distinguished class. And it's all about how we can ensure the highest level of care to those who are most vulnerable with virtually any ailment. Here at Penn Dental Medicine, we're steadfast in our commitment to utilizing the most robust evidence to inform our treatment considerations and to always look at a patient-centered, a person-centered approach to care, trying to figure out how to make it best for the individual. It is not about us as doctors. You know, we need to talk about what Penn Dental Medicine is and how we got to where we are in order for you to fully understand what's transpired over the many years. You stand at the very beginning of your career in dentistry. I am entrusted with the role of dean. I applied for this job. You applied for that one. You applied poorly. You could have tried the dean job right off the bat. It's an honor to narrate a tale that exemplifies our profession and the reverence for science and the pivotal role we have in advancing the public's health. Most people don't think of dentists that way. Most people think of us as tooth fixers. We do much more than that in restoring esteem and developing the confidence that individuals can have when they smile at each other. We implore each of you to embody a spirit of leadership in the future. And coming to Penn Dental Medicine, as Dr. Hangorski has said, brings you to an extremely historic place with a very rich legacy. We are but one of 12 schools. We were envisioned by one of America's founders, Benjamin Franklin. The school was established in 1751. Franklin was at the helm of the University of Pennsylvania. It has a very storied series of traditions and history, but the most important thing, no, not the most important, the one that makes me proudest is, excuse me, our culture of scientific inquiry and advancement. The School of Dental Medicine was founded in 1878 and has held a pivotal role in dental history. You'll hear about it in a couple of points here today. Dental history, Mr. Cavity, what causes us to get tooth decay. In 1878, a graduate of our school, W.D. Miller, opened up a practice actually in Philadelphia, didn't do very well, and decided he was going off to a university in Germany. And he worked in the Koch laboratory and discovered why we get tooth decay. It wasn't the tooth worm, it wasn't food decaying on the outside of teeth. It was bacteria that ate the food, pooped acid, and the acid dissolved the teeth. Our earliest graduate actually laid the scientific groundwork for why and how we treat tooth decay. We'll spend much more time on this subject Thursday, 2 weeks from right now, actually. You're welcome to join us if you wish. I think it's a pretty good lecture, actually, so never mind. As a corner of this institution, you know, for those who have visited and looked inside, we have a carriage right in our entranceway, which is always a very odd thing to have a 19th century carriage right in the entrance to the School of Dental Medicine. The venerable Evans building came about as a result of the generous contribution of Dr. Thomas Evans in 1897 when he passed away. He left what was then a sizable, well, it's still a sizable chunk of cash, but he left to the University of Pennsylvania $5.7 million to build a school second to none. His artwork, the coach that's in the front, Empress Eugenie, the wife of Napoleon III, sat in that carriage as Dr. Thomas Evans helped escort her out of Paris to escape the Prussians as they invaded. There's artwork hanging on the walls, some of it incredibly valuable, a gift from Thomas Evans to the school. His initial endowment built the building that today is the Thomas Evans Building and has been renovated many times since. And the endowment still endures and helps provide us scholarships that helps bring the very best and brightest minds to our school. It's that type of enduring legacy that has become so important and embedded in Penn Dental Medicine. He charged Penn Dental Medicine with one directive: to be an unrivaled in its field of dental education, and we are. True to his vision, the school has indeed risen to unparalleled prominence. The Evans Building first opened its doors in 1915, a couple of years before what was a devastating Spanish flu epidemic claimed millions of lives in Philadelphia and the United States and around the world. You know, we can get some interesting pieces of science out of the flu epidemic. It's kind of odd to go back 100 years and look at the flu. And it helps inform us about who we are today as scientific providers of oral health. In the beginning, in September of 1918, the pandemic had wreaked havoc all throughout Philadelphia. It sparked an outbreak it was an outbreak that was sparked immediately after a Liberty Bond parade where the entire city turned out. The scientific understanding of the disease at the time was that it was at best rudimentary. They hung signs in the street, no spitting. And the no spitting was because they thought that the flu was transmitted through spit, which it could be, by the way, but it wasn't the prime method of transmission. They recommended cloth masks only for people that were picking up dead bodies. The public was cautioned and told to treat this with cucumber sandwiches and a concoction of whiskey that the whiskey may have made them feel better, but it didn't make the flu go away. The science of the day was not very good. Science continues to evolve. And we're on the verge of embracing a science and an advocacy for science as a healthcare profession that is just unseen. And it raises an interesting role for the dentist. You know, so anybody who has sat in a dentist chair, and I'll presume that virtually all of you have at least spent a few minutes in the dentist chair. If not, you're overdue for your recall. Dentists have an intimate relationship with their patient, in that we get to sit there and work on the patient while they're in a very vulnerable, mouth open, laying back position, where we stick sharp things in the mouth and make terrible noises, sometimes irritating patients to no end. We have conversations with them that are sometimes as irritating as the instruments we use. But we have an opportunity to establish a trust with an individual. That trust lasts forever. Now, how does that trust translate into something very important? We expect very competent dentists. Every one of you will be very competent. I promise you, you won't get out of here if you're not. We know how to teach you. You'll be very good at what it is. But there's something else that's important about our students. Every one of them is extremely bright. Every one of them has the ability to read the scientific literature and understand what it means. We anticipate that our graduates will become the leaders in their community, purveyors of science and knowledge to the public, navigators through what will be in our future even more misinformation with the internet and artificial intelligence and social media spewing information that could be very far from the truth. Our patients need somebody who can help translate that into meaningful understanding. And we must not betray the trust that's put in us as providers by misspeaking and betraying the science. That would be absolutely terrible. Let's take a leap to today and talk a little, were they wrong about cucumber sandwiches? Well, I can tell you 109 years later, cucumber sandwiches will not prevent you from getting the Spanish flu. Science has evolved. And that's the interesting thing about science. New diseases come up, and we have to have inquiring minds and stare at it in a fashion that few can really understand. The things that these people will learn about genomics and proteomics and biochemistry were not even part of anything I learned as a student, as a PhD student, as a dentist. They will have the ability to translate this for a public that cannot understand. In May of 2078, How many years from now? None of you? 2078, 54 years from right now, you're going to go ahead and graduate and come back for your 50th reunion. Actually, 2079, I guess, is your, no, 28 is your, so it's 78. That's pretty remarkable. At that 50th reunion, what will you be able to say about the education you received in 2024 that prepared you for the future, for a 50-year or longer career that both brings joy to yourself, of course dentistry is the best profession out there, and brings health to people all around us? We hope that we will instill in you an insatiable urge to learn and to be smarter and to never give up going to school, even if it's not for grades or tuition. We have an incredible library to read from of literature available to us. When you reunite with your peers and inquire, what have you been up to the last 50 years? We hope that you'll take pride in the multitude of people from your class who have emerged as dental education leaders, served as deans, department chairs, faculty members, trailblazing researchers, individuals who have pioneered groundbreaking therapies and techniques that have transformed lives. Many among you shall have played an integral role in shaping healthcare policies of the future. Countless individuals with disabilities will have been treated by you and your staff because of the education that you receive here at Penn Dental Medicine. We look at these individuals as integral members of society, and this care should be routine. It's a testament to the exceptional training you will have received. 5 decades earlier at Penn, a multitude shall emerge as esteemed leaders in the field of dentistry, maybe politics. You know, in the early 1900s, we had a dental graduate went out and won 4 gold medals at the Olympics, since we're talking Olympics. Any of you going? Never mind. We have a long legacy of accomplishments. And yes, we graduate 1901 or 2, I can't remember, did 4 gold medals. You have a special talent and you have special responsibilities upon you. It's absolutely incredible. And the white coat ceremony is just the very beginning of this. So let's move to the white coat. We need to understand something about white coat. It says put on white coat. There we are. The one thing you learn as dean is always follow instructions when you're told. So this ceremony is not about making you any smarter. You come to us smart, or helping get a reservation in a restaurant. It does hold great significance as you begin your journey in dental profession. It takes place at the very start of your professional education, and it symbolizes your acceptance of the responsibilities of being a professional, embracing these responsibilities 24/7. I have to tell you, 6 years ago when I became dean, I actually spoke out against the white coat ceremony in the first days of school. What do you know about the profession? What do you know about what it means to put a white coat on and take this responsibility? We can tell you that it comes with responsibility. We can invite you to participate or not participate. You don't have to, but you don't have to become a dentist. Our role is an important one to society. Millions of hours of work are lost because children and adults have toothaches and cannot work. It distracts individuals from their ability to learn. What we do is much more than fixing a tooth, and our obligations are much more than just getting to a person who can pay the bill. It's helping fix what ails society. So the history of this white coat is actually very interesting, and you know, in the 1800s until almost the late 1800s, what color coat did doctors wear? Black, as a matter of fact. Masks to ward off evil spirits, big black masks with giant long noses and the like. Why did you wear a black coat? It hid the schmutz on the coat when you wiped your hands, which had just finished surgery, or even worse, dissecting some human in a laboratory. It wasn't until Joseph Lister's germ theory took hold that white coats and cleanliness became associated with the health professions. Actually, people started living longer because of that. It symbolizes cleanliness. It symbolizes a scientific practice. It became the norm because of science. Incorporating an oath of professionalism and the white coat ceremonies became integral to health education in the 1990s. Actually started, no, not here at Penn, at Columbia University, where the first white coat ceremony at a medical school took place. Much like exchanging a wedding ring, the white coat is a symbol of something deeper, and it is a symbol to that commitment. We're almost done, by the way, because you just want to get to the picture. Wearing the white coat isn't about what it does for the individual. It means what it signifies to everyone else. It communicates to patients that you adhere to infection control like Lister wanted originally, but to the public it signifies that you're intelligent, well-educated, committed to lifelong learning, scientific advancement, both here at Penn and around the world. Putting on the white coat conveys that you're dedicated to continual learning, understanding the underlying reasons as much as why we do something. It's being guided by the best evidence to care for patients, and the day you learn that there's better evidence, changing your opinion on how to take care of our patient. It's not about traditions, it's about doing the right thing for individuals. And yesterday, the right thing for individuals may have been this. But tomorrow, when the new right thing comes out, and we read it carefully and we understand that it was good science, it's incumbent on us to change. The white coat reflects your commitment to your community and your profession, your unwavering prioritization that your patient's best interests and your compassionate care are critical. We have to deal with our patients with dignity and respect, even if they're not educated with 8 years of college education. It's incumbent on us to translate that, to bring it to something that they can understand. It's incumbent on us to translate all of the science of today when our patients ask us. You will become trusted members of your patient family if you do the right thing. They will call you years later asking for advice on things that have nothing to do with dentistry, because you have shown the trust and the faith in the individual. Wearing the white coat carries great significance. You take an oath today that encompasses remarkable expectations of your faculty and society. The faculty's act of placing the white coat on you signifies their belief and expectation that you will embody all of the public's perceptions of being a professional and a white coat wearer. By participating in this ceremony and wearing the white coat, you're agreeing to uphold those principles of our profession. You're agreeing to become leaders in our community, whether it's the coach of a baseball team, the president of a PTA, the president of the United States. We have to step up and be the leaders. The weight of the symbolic white coat extends far beyond its fabric. It represents everything we envision our Penn graduates to be, and that's a pretty big deal. This is the greatest profession. Together, we have the privilege of doing great things. Thank you. So, I get to introduce somebody who has become a friend, somebody who I read his articles when I was a student 45 years ago. Somebody that led a profession in an uphill battle and still acts as a crusader in an uphill battle today. He's a Penn alum. He has prevented more cavities than any dentist in the world. It gives me great pleasure to introduce today's keynote speaker, Dr. Myron Alukian, Jr., Dr. Alukian is the proud member of the Penn Dental Medicine class of 1964. He's the recipient of PDM's Alumni Association's highest award, the Thomas Evans Lifetime Achievement Award. He is an internationally recognized public health expert, former dental director of the City of Boston. His impact has been enormous in areas from water fluoridation to improving access to care for all forms of health and dental services, particularly for the most vulnerable populations among us. He brought greater diversity to our profession. He's held so many leadership positions, I'm not going to spend time talking about them in the field of public health, including chairman of the United States Surgeon General's Working Group on Fluoridation and Dental Health, to serving on the dental advisory committees for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, National Healthy Priority Setting Agendas, Healthy People 2000, 2010, and 2020. He is past president of the American Public Health Association. I didn't say the American Dental Public Health Association. That's the American Public Health Association that leads and helps set policies throughout the United States. He's only the second dentist and the first Vietnam veteran to hold that position. He's a distinguished educator with over 160 publications, 23 book chapters. He's served on multiple dental faculties, including Harvard, Boston University, University of Michigan, and University of Minnesota. A member of the prestigious National Academy of Science, Engineering, and Medicine, Dr. Alukian's career has truly exemplified the remarkable impact that a human can have, but more than that, that a Penn dentist can have on health, particularly for all people in the public. I thank Myron for his service, and I'm delighted to invite him to share some reflections with you today. Myron, please join us.
And I was just an average student at Penn. As a matter of fact, I got accepted 2 days before school began. My parents got in touch with me and they said someone in Philadelphia is trying to reach you. I had spent the summer in California in Muscle Beach trying to get into movies and show business and get a job. I called. He said, my name is Dr. Lester Burkett. I'm the dean of the University of Pennsylvania Dental School. Would you be interested in going to dental school? Furthest thing in my mind. I said, if he could see me now, he would never ask me that question. I look like a beach bum. Long story short, I said, sure. He said, be here in 2 days. And that's how I began dental school. Well, good afternoon and congratulations to the class of 2028. And welcome to the parents, to the University of Pennsylvania, and welcome to Philadelphia. a community that's been fluoridated for over 70 years. I want to also commend the dean and the faculty at Penn for accepting such an excellent group of students. Year after year, they get better and better every year. And I'm constantly amazed at how great the students are and how well they do. I have a very tough task today. What I need to do is take 64 years of my experience and in 10 or 11 minutes giving an inspiring message. Not easy to do, but I'll do the best I can. My name is Myron Alukian Jr. I am a 1964 Penn graduate. Neither of my parents finished high school. My mother was an Armenian genocide survivor. My father worked 6 days a week, 12 hours a day, so that I could get an education. Just as your parents and your loved ones worked so that you could be here today. Let's give your parents, family, and former teachers a round of applause. My parents taught me 4 things. Work hard, be honest, respect and help others, and have a good life and a full life. Live a good life and have a full life. And my parents did all they could to make sure that I would have that. Penn is a great school. It was a great school when I was here, and it's still a great school today. And Penn is fortunate to have such an outstanding incoming class. You are fortunate to be in Penn with such a compassionate dean, forward-thinking, energetic, a visionary with great staff and great faculty. You're very fortunate to be here today. You have no idea what you're in for the next 4 years, but it will push you to the limit so that you can be the best that you can be, so that you can serve your family and society and your patients to the best of your ability. You're fortunate to be at Penn. Penn gave me a foundation that stood with me, even though I was just an average student. Senior year, one of our professors, whose son was going to become a future dean, was giving a lecture on school health, and he mentioned fluoridation. He said, people will challenge you on fluoridation. And I said, well, that's got nothing to do with me. I'm going into private practice. We had another speaker, a medical epidemiologist, who spoke about the relationship of tobacco use and smoking, cancer, heart disease, and death. I said, nothing to do with me. I'm going into private practice. Well, years later, at a national meeting of the top health experts in the country, all physicians from hospitals and medical schools and deans, I was the only dentist. And they talked about how do you prevent heart disease? How do you prevent stroke? And at the end of the first session, I raised my hand and I said, gee, no one's talked about the most common disease in our country and the easiest way to prevent much of it. And they said, what's that? I said, tooth decay, fluoridation. Well, at every session, I raised my hand and essentially said the same thing. I'm the only dentist there, about 400 of the top physicians in the country and the world. Halfway through the meeting, the U.S. Surgeon General came up to me. He said, Dr. Alukian, you don't have to raise your hand anymore. We got the message. We're going to include fluoridation in the national health objectives of the nation. And he put me as head of that work group. And I said to myself, and then I met with the top dental experts in the country. And I said, look, we've got to go beyond fluoridation. We've got to do oral health and fluoridation. So beginning in 1990 till today, oral health is part of the national objectives of this nation. Oral health is part of the national. And all I did was raise my hand, and I had a little bit of data to show that we have a disease that's a neglected epidemic that affects just about everyone in our country. Penn, I mentioned the lecture about tobacco. Years later, I was chair of the state's Tobacco Control Committee. And our state ended up being the first state in the country to lower teenage smoking in the country. We were the first. I'm a dentist. I chaired that tobacco control. About 1 year after I graduated dental school, beyond my control, I'm in Vietnam with the 3rd Marine Division Field Hospital, treating dental patients in the morning. And to my shock, in the middle of the night, 1 week later, we had mass casualties. And there were only 3 physicians, 14 dentists, 3 physicians. So we had to help keep those kids alive, to stabilize them. And Penn Dental gave me the foundation and the security to know that I could help out those kids to save their limbs and save their lives. I'm there as a dentist, but we kept those kids alive. Horrific experience, horrific experience. One other thing that happened while I was in Vietnam, it gets so hot in the afternoon, from noon on, you can't treat dental patients. So I said, gee, I've got all this free time. I wonder if there's anyone I can help. And there were some orphanages in the area, and I went to the orphanage, and I said, do you need dental care? They said, are you kidding? We got kids in pain and infection. Now, I don't speak their language. It was the Catholic orphanage first, and they spoke French, and I had a little high school French. Then I went to the Buddhist orphanage and the Protestant orphanage. At the Buddhist orphanage, after we treated those kids, now they've all got pain and infection. There's only one dentist for 200,000 people there. She was married, she had 3 kids. She only worked in the morning. She saw 60 patients a morning at the hospital. You can imagine, average dentist sees 60 or 70 a week. So these kids, enormous needs. So they sang a thank you song at the end of the day at the Buddhist orphanage. That song went through me from head to toe. And I said, wow, this is the kind of dentist I want to be, someone who makes a difference, someone who makes a difference in people's lives, especially those who don't have the ability to get dental care because of income, because of education, because they're in a rural community or they're in an inner city. And that was essentially, with my sound education here at Penn, I was able to adjust. Penn affected my life and career enormously, as it will affect yours. It's your responsibility to be the best student that you can be. That's your responsibility. And it's the school's responsibility to make sure that these students get the best up-to-date information that they can get, cutting edge. It's up to them to be cutting edge information. The school passes on that information from generation to generation. And someday I hope you'll be passing it on to the next generation. The white coat is a symbol of your achievements and the beginning of your journey to become a health professional. A symbol of professionalism, trust, clinical knowledge, and competence. And based on the sound scientific principles that are changing all the time, you are going to be the best clinician that you can be. In 1950, it took 50 years to double medical knowledge in this country. In 1950, 50 years. In 2020, it's just 73 days. So by the time you graduate, it's going to be a question of weeks, and in your career, it's going to be a question of days. Artificial intelligence, digitation, communication, international network, things are changing very, very rapidly. And Penn's going to give you the foundation so that you can make those adjustments. Being in the health profession is a lifelong learning experience. This is just the beginning. You're getting the base. You need to continue from this point on. You're becoming a health professional, a health provider. Your friends, family, neighbors will look up to you. They'll be watching you. You will be a role model for better health. I have 6 kids. When they were growing up, I had to be careful not to eat sweets, to be careful, have good habits, because they're watching me all the time, and society will be watching you. So if you smoke or vape, stop today. I would not go to a health provider who smokes or vapes. If you eat lots of sticky foods, sweets and junk food, control it and limit it, and do it in secret. And make sure that you use a fluoride toothpaste at least twice a day. That goes for the audience too. Use a fluoride toothpaste every day. And then make sure you know what fluoridation is. You're going to be challenged about fluoridation. People are going to come up with all kinds of reasons why it's no good. You should be knowledgeable about that so you can educate your patients. And last and not least, for both you and the audience, on Halloween, now that your children are going to become oral health professionals, on Halloween, give out toothbrushes. No more sticky sweets. So you have a unique responsibility, honor, and privilege to help another human being who will trust you and believe in you. Your credibility is very important. Don't marginalize your credibility. As you go through school and get your classes, be on the straight and narrow. Don't marginalize who you are as a person or who you are becoming as a health professional. You will be treating all kinds of people of all races, cultures, backgrounds, income, and education. Treat them all with respect. Treat them as you would treat your mother or father. Treat them all with respect. There's no such thing as an ignorant patient. There's no such thing as a dumb patient. Dumb doctor, a dumb health provider, because they haven't figured out, how do I reach this person? You have all this education, and you're dealing with someone with limited education. You need to be able to reach them. If you can't reach them, then you're lacking in your skill and ability to reach that person. Years ago, I was on a national committee by the National Academy of Medicine. At that time, it was the Institute of Medicine. We did a study on the future of dental medicine. And as part of that committee, we met with the graduating seniors of different dental schools in the country. And we met with residents and residency, dental residents in hospitals. I asked them all the same question. What percentage of your classmates or peers would you recommend to treat your mother, father, brothers, or sisters or family? What percentage do you feel are competent enough to treat your family members? I was shocked. I was shocked how low that percentage was. 3.5 years from now, when someone asks this class that same question, I'd like to see it be 100%. And that will only be by you working together. You see one of your fellow classmates is weak in some area, help them out. If a teacher is explaining something, you have no idea what it is, ask. There's no such thing as a dumb question. You're here to learn. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Push and challenge your teachers. Push and challenge your faculty. You have a unique responsibility, honor, and privilege to serve another human being in need. They will come to you. And don't forget that at the end of the tooth, at the end of the mouth, there's a human being. And that human being is part of a family. And that family is part of a community. So when you see that patient, think in terms of the family and the community, and think of them as a whole person, not just a mouth, not just a tongue, not just a bunch of teeth. Get involved with different activities at school beyond the curriculum. The Association of Student Dental Association, American Student Dental Association, become a student member of the Hispanic Dental Association, the National Dental Association, the American Association of Public Health Dentists, the American Public Health. They're all, you can be a student member of all of them. The membership fee is very low, but start getting involved and get into the leadership of what's happening in this country. Of my former students, 3 have been presidents of the Hispanic Dental Association. 2 have been presidents of the National Dental Association. 1 a president of ASDA. And 1 even became dean of a dental school. One of my students, after he was with me for 20 years, and I used to have students come to my office as the city dental director. 25 years after he left me, he called, he says, Dr. Lukian, I have a new job. I said, gee, Steve, what is it? He said, I'm the executive director of the California Dental Foundation. I said, what do you do in a job like that? He said, my first year, I have to give out $250 million in grants. I said, Steve, put $15 million into fluoridation. And he did. And as a result of that, California got millions and millions of people on fluoridated communities. It's safe, and it's the most cost-effective way to prevent the most tooth decay for a population. I even have a student I just learned is on the faculty here in the Department of Pediatric and Public Health Dentistry, Dr. Elizabeth Powell. She's here somewhere. Elizabeth, where are you? I know she had a meeting too, so she can carry on. She can carry on. Take good care of yourself so you can take care of others. Exercise, healthy foods, balanced diet, mental health, social health breaks. Be true to your teeth so they won't be false to you. That's a joke. Life is short. Life is fragile. Every day is a gift. Every day is a gift. Make the most of each and every day. Now, one of the things that hangs over everyone in this room, I'm sure, is the tuition. The cost to go to dental school, the amount of debt you're in. It's not a big deal. It will work out. I have 6 children. My oldest graduated medical school in 2006. He has 3 children. He just paid off his loans about a year or 2 ago. He's doing well, and he loves his job. So it will work out. Don't worry about it. I know it's a heavy burden to deal with. When I was in dental school, I only ate in a restaurant once a year, and that was after final exams to see what it was like to eat in a restaurant. So you can do it. You can do it. So I want to close with the 4 principles from my parents. Work hard, be honest, respect and help others, and do good and live a full life. Credibility is very important. Credibility is very important. And don't forget the 3 Ps: patience, persistence, and perseverance. Good luck. Look forward to hearing about your contributions to society and the community. Thank you.
Hang on one moment. We love to make you an honorary member of the class of 2028 with your own white. Can you take them? Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Myron, for taking the time out of your schedule to help welcome the class of 2028 to Penn Dental Medicine. And it is just great to have you as an ongoing member of our community. You got tall shoes to live up to when you have to compare yourself to Dr. Alukian there. So let's finish up our white coat ceremony with some white coating. Without further ado.
Thank you. So now it's the time to formally introduce the new class. In alphabetical order, the students who will walk up to the podium to state their names and their undergraduate institutions. They will be cloaked by faculty members on stage. And I would like to introduce my 5 faculty colleagues who will be cloaking each one of you. We have Dr. Kara Freiman, who is the Assistant Director of Admissions. With Dr. Jessica Hilberg, Clinical Associate Professor and Director of Quality Improvement and Assurance. Dr. Myra Lert, Assistant Professor in the Department of Basic and Translational Sciences. Dr. Josephine Lemenger Chang, Associate Professor of Clinical Restorative Dentistry and Director of Operative Dentistry. And Dr. Abrar Sabeh, Instructor in the Department of Basic and Translational Sciences. Each student will then proceed to center stage, and photograph will be taken with and congratulated by Dean Wolf. So I know it's silly to ask. We ask that you uphold your applause until the end, but I haven't been successful so far, but here we go.
Rachel Chong, University of New Hampshire. Riya Agarwal, Rutgers University.
Nishida Ali, Rutgers University.
Sophie Alfonso, the University of Michigan.
Helen Alvis, the University of North Carolina.
Sacheth Amin, University of Georgia.
Annika Anandpura, North Carolina State University.
Penelope Andriolis, Muhlenberg College.
Aida Arya, University of Maryland.
Feroz Khan, Asif Khan, St. Louis University.
Bahar Azadi, Georgia State University.
Christine Giri Bay, Temple University. Catherine Beck, UCLA.
Christina Beletsky, Temple University.
Sophia Zainidinov, Emory University.
Gabriele Cassiano, Boston College.
Laveda Chan, Northeastern University.
Victoria Chan, University of Southern California.
Daniel Chang, University of Toronto.
Ashley Chanpong, Drexel University. Erica Chen, Lafayette College.
Valerie Chen, Cornell University.
Jimmy Chang, the University of British Columbia.
Annabelle Sunga Choi, University of Pennsylvania.
Sophia Youngji Choi, Vassar College.
Wesley Chow, University of California, Berkeley.
Kaylani Cisneros, the University of California, San Diego.
Sonia Delaw, Emory University.
Reese Stanachek, Benedictine College.
Isaiah Dawood, Stanford University.
Alina DeFreitas, Advent Health University.
Ethan Dury, Virginia Tech.
Nicole Farku, Harvard University.
Jake Feldman, University of Pennsylvania.
Kenny Fung, University of Southern California and University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Evan Fortier, Bowdoin College.
Hallie Gallo, Johns Hopkins University. Sonia Gazula, Duke University.
Julia Gersman, Binghamton University.
Raquel Gyro, Penn State University.
Claire Griffin, the University of Pennsylvania.
Corey Hahn, University of Southern California.
Xiangyi Kristen He, New York University.
Pei-Ching Ho, Vanderbilt University.
Ashlyn Horseman, Wake Forest University.
Chong-Woon Hyun, University of Michigan. Adrian Ibanez, Johns Hopkins University.
Michael Ibrahim, University of Chicago.
Doreen Jahanpour, University of California, Los Angeles.
Seoyeon Jang, Michigan State University.
Paula Jankowski, University of Binghamton University.
Michael Jin, University of California, San Diego.
Rachel Jo, Lehigh University.
Lily Kaganoff, Muhlenberg College.
Hanam Kim, Vassar College.
Eugene Kim, University of Minnesota.
Brian Kirsch, University of Florida.
Casey Kozlik, Adelphi University.
Maria Krieg, Haverford College.
Intu Ingrid Lai, University of California, Irvine.
Sydney Lamb, Marymount University.
Amanda Wenshi Lee, University of the Pacific.
Edwin Shin Lee, University of Washington.
Tiffany Ju Lee, University of Pennsylvania.
Sarah Lee, Johns Hopkins University.
Sojung Brianna Lee, Rice University.
Soo-Hyun Lee, University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Annabella Drew Lee, University of Washington.
Charlotte Lee, Brandeis University.
Christina Shingoli, University of California, Berkeley.
Sabrina Lee, University of British Columbia.
Solomon Lee, Case Western Reserve University.
Zikong Lee, University of Washington.
Grace Yeun Lim, Virginia Tech.
Alicia Liu, University of Pennsylvania.
David Taeyong Liu, Rutgers University, New Brunswick.
Melody Liu, University of Pennsylvania.
Serena Talu Liu, Scripps College. Heather Liu, Boston University.
Angie Law, University of Western Ontario.
Emily Law, Muhlenberg College.
Ronnie Macaulay, Rutgers University.
Jacqueline Manelis, Fordham University at Lincoln Center.
Amanda Mavrico, Stevens Institute of Technology.
Brianna Mera, Michigan State University.
Harsha Medru, University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Jessalyn May, Macaulay Honors College at Hunter College.
Elise Migdal, University of Pennsylvania.
Sean Moran, The Binghamton University.
Puya Nawari, University of British Columbia.
Durga Natarajan, Rutgers University.
Lavanya Navlake, Virginia Tech.
Artie Nayak, Auburn University.
Abby Newman, University of Georgia. Miranda New, Harvard University. Tintrin Nguyen, St. Joseph's University.
Rasika Obla, University of California, Los Angeles.
Gina O, University of Michigan.
Lauren O, Villanova University.
Sammy Always, Wayne State University.
Tommy Pack, Boston University.
Rachel Park, UC Santa Barbara.
Ankita Patel, University of Michigan.
Dhruvi Patel, University of Georgia.
Hero Patel, Rutgers University.
Jana Patel, Penn State University.
Nitya Patel, University of Michigan.
Parth Patel, University of North Carolina.
Renali Patel, Lehigh University.
Ria Patel, the University of Pittsburgh.
Tulsi Patel, University of Binghamton.
Sati Paturi, St. Louis University.
Nathan Pham, University of Washington.
Kelsey Picarella, University of Southern California.
Caitlin Post, University of Pennsylvania.
David Quinn, Washington University in St. Louis.
Tanera Metra, Hampton University.
Oral Rayhan, Cornell University.
Connor Riesenberger, Villanova University.
Jeff Rivera, Michigan State University.
Stephanie Ruiz Torres, Johns Hopkins University.
Taylor Rutigliano, Northwestern University. Natalie Sadek, Brandeis University.
Madeline Sand, Cornell University. Riley Shire, the University of Miami.
Rachel Shesky, University of Michigan.
Mariam Ceylanian Tusi, Georgia State University. Naomi Shaw, New Jersey Institute of Technology.
Natalie Shaw, George Washington University. Jenny Shulkin, the University of Pittsburgh.
Layla Siahatkar, Muhlenberg College.
Aditi Singh, Temple University.
Deepika Sirivolu, Nova Southeastern University.
Savannah Stone, University of Massachusetts, Boston.
Sam Suslovich, the College of William and Mary.
Sabrina Tarando, University of Rochester.
Nihar Thakar, the University of Pennsylvania.
Andrew Thayer, University of Tennessee.
Kaya Tolat, the University of Florida.
Megan Tracy, the University of Virginia.
Fu Yucai, Stony Brook University.
William Tsai, the University of Pennsylvania.
Shichao Sao, Villanova University.
Cassandra Valerie Burrows, Binghamton University.
Emma Van Dorn, Muhlenberg College.
Gregory Violet, Brown University.
Kurt Wayne, Tufts University.
Natalie Wong, UC Santa Barbara.
Brooke Weaver, Susquehanna University.
Layla Williams, NYU.
Leah Wilmuth, Lehigh University.
Amy Wong, University of California, Berkeley.
Justin Wong, Villanova University.
Grace Wu, Tufts University.
Shuang Wu, Rose College.
Manvis Shah, University of British Columbia.
Justin Yang, Boston University.
Ziyi Yang, the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Jocelyn Yi, University of Pennsylvania.
Noelle Yu, Wellesley College.
Lena Nyang Yun, Case Western Reserve University.
Vivian Wei Yu, University of Washington.
Sharon Yoon, University of Southern California.
Suyang Yoon, Georgia Tech.
Sarah Zah, University of South Carolina.
Shu Chen Zhang, UCLA.
Xi Wenzhu, the University of British Columbia.
A round of applause for class of 2028. I would like now to invite my colleague, Dr. Vince Meyer. He's one of the clinical group leaders to lead the professional pledge. Thank you.
Good afternoon, all. I am so honored to welcome all of you into your new professional family, the Penn Dental Medicine family. And as a new family member, when you get back to the school and you have to heave open those huge 2-ton wooden doors that we've installed in the front of the school for you, you'll do so as colleagues and not only students. And remember, as you go forth as colleagues, you will not be working on teeth, you'll be working on people. And that makes this the best profession on the planet. The class of 2028 will now recite the professional pledge found in your program. In the presence of you, their family, friends, and peers, they will publicly acknowledge the responsibilities of the profession and their willingness to assume the same. I ask that the class of 2028 and anyone who's a dentist in the audience who would like to renew your pledge, please rise and follow after me in reciting the pledge. Please repeat each line after I've recited it. As I enter the dental profession, I vow to keep this pledge. The first one's always the hardest. You know, you guys are going to have to work on this. It's memorization. I'll do it again. As I enter the dental medicine profession, I vow to keep this pledge. And practice these stipulations. I understand that my primary responsibility is to my patients. To the best of my ability, I will embrace the highest standards of oral health care and treat all individuals under my care with respect and honesty. Always placing the needs of my patients and community first above my own. I accept the responsibility to maintain my competence through the continued pursuit of new knowledge and skills in the practice of my profession. I will conduct myself with integrity, treat my colleagues with respect, and whenever possible, work to advance the oral health of society. I shall faithfully observe the principles of ethics and codes of professionalism encountered during my dental training and beyond. All this I pledge with pride in Penn Dental Medicine's heritage and my commitment to the profession and the public that I serve. Please be seated, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Mayer. Thank you all. I wanted, before concluding the program, to thank my friends and colleagues at the Office of Student Affairs, Academic Affairs, and the Office of Institutional Development for working hard making this event successful. Thank you all. And now I'd like to conclude the program by inviting all of you for light refreshment back to the school. Please remain seated until the students had the chance to leave the stage. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.